Okay, this is not the video I was wanting to make. So, basically what happened was I was originally going to make this a quick crash course of the new guns that they included in the new Shattered Space DLC for Starfield. Problem, I was going to do all of them, and I must have gotten confused and did this on another playthrough. I could have swore that I had like boatloads of this one heavy weapon lying around. And you would not believe the amount of hoops I had to jump through to not find it anywhere. Nobody sells it. Nobody carries it. It wasn't even lying around in a weapons crate inside like an old ditch facility somewhere. I swear I have been spending the last hour and a half trying to. Uh-oh.
Watch it.
Okay. But I swear I spent like the last hour and a half trying to find this thing, and it is like just poof, gone. Alright.
You've got my attention, Captain.
Buddy, get back to the ship, will you?
Ah, good. I have to meet up with a contact to discuss a... you don't need the details. But anyway, this works for me.
Alright, good deal. Okay, so basically my original plan was I was going to come in to my little base here, and I had this whole display set up. I was going to have everything right here and like stuck on the wall, and then I kind of realized I actually need heavy weapon crates to actually show everything. Anyway, just kind of a quick crash course here. We've got a couple of Varun guns. These being new, you can kind of give Bethesda a couple of dings for basically making just reskins of existing guns, but it does actually technically make sense. I mean, this is a laser pistol, but it's the Varun variant, so it's like you can think of it as like a non-Glock, right? And then there's this guy, which is like not really even worth talking about because this is part of the vanilla game, and it's probably one of the most OP handguns in the game. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this thing. The Penumbra. This thing is weird. This thing is very weird. It is clearly a rifle, but it is designated as a heavy weapon, which means I cannot put it in this case. Or this one. Which doesn't make any sense. Now for probably the weirdest thing about it. Okay, I think my randomized terrain changed. There used to be a giant rock behind that mannequin. I know I had a vanilla one somewhere. Okay, well, anyway. The really weird thing about this, not exactly the greatest magazine capacity, but this thing is not a rifle. It is a grenade launcher. Not only that, it is a chargeable grenade launcher. The longer the charge, the bigger the bang. You first encounter this on Oracle Station when you find the transformed Varun guys there. Using it against you. Every so often you'll go around Vernkai and you'll find various zealots and other such wackos trying to kill you with this thing. And because of this charge mechanic, this thing is actually probably one of the most bizarre to use heavy weapons. I think I've ever encountered, not to mention that reload is just weird. Like, what the hell even is that? Get the ammunition for this thing. This thing fires 20mm particles. That really is not a 20mm hole. Needless to say, yeah, like I said, this is a weird gun. Let's see how well the dummy stands up to it. The dummy may as well not even be there. Okay, so, anyway. I'm going to go ahead and talk about that because... Oh, you motherfucker. Alright. As you can see, it does work. Could work a little better. What? Why are your eyes in your antlers? I am seriously starting to think that at some point, they ended up doing something, motherfucker. They did something that they didn't actually put into patch notes, I'm thinking. I swear that's just like floating inside of this thing. They did something somewhere along the way that completely altered the terrain generation and animals because... Oh, God. We got floating trees. Yeah. That thing was never used to be on this planet. This thing is really going to hunt me down inside the outpost. Yeah, that is just like magnetically levitating inside this thing. Yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and give a little bit of this mini showcase to this thing just because of the fact that it is one of the completely new weapons that is unlike anything else in the game. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing because it is a little too weird. Yeah, so we've got our quick strike, which is basically a laser pistol, but aesthetically a little chunkier and does a whole lot more damage. We've also got our Starlash, which is basically the standard Equinox, but like beefed up, and the Long Fang, which is the Orion, is that what it's called? Anyway, the triple barrel laser thing they do, except beefed up. And like I said, a lot of people want to ding Bethesda for being, lacking in creativity when it comes to weapon designs, but you think about it, it does make sense. The Long Fang is basically like if you had an N4, but instead of 5.56, it's a 300 blackout. Not the end of the world. But at the same time, they could have done a little bit more to make it just a scooch different. Overall, it's not a bad piece, though. Anyway, like I said, this video was supposed to be something a little different, and eventually it will be a full crash course. This is, let's just call this a preview while I end up waiting for new stock to review. One of the regular cigar reviews. But anywho, breathe. I just wanted to go ahead and do a quick little crash course on at least something. And when I can find the heavy weapon I'm looking for, we will revisit pretty much everything that Shadow Space decided to actually introduce. Not just the scoop ball. Okie dokie. Definitely not as long as my usual Starfield videos, but like I said, this was originally supposed to have more stuff in it. So yeah. Also, we now have vehicles. They've kind of gone about an interesting way of incorporating DLC, as you can now basically get official Bethesda DLC for free through the Creation Club. Okay, give me 1 second here. I also noticed they actually did fix something.
What's next on the agenda? saving the world, saving the galaxy.
Okay, so I still have it. Of course I don't. Why the fuck would I have just what I was looking for right just lying out my head?
How you doing, sweet pea?
Well, I'm okay. But
Yes, I am totally on the ball with this video. Everything is just totally in place and just exactly where it needed to
Guess it'd
be
be a lot better if you had a bigger book
at a moment's reach.
you know me so well, Dad. So
Okay, I know I have a coach lying around somewhere. Well, anyway, what I was going to point out was that the Coachman shotgun is still a
for a little adventure.
still a big chunky clutch of a shotgun, but at the same time, they actually did go through and apparently actually listened to some of the more glaring issues that YouTubers were pointing out.
Is it weird that I still get nervous around you? We're literally
But anyway, even though I don't have one just on hand, for whatever reason, they actually did fix the Coachman shotgun. It now actually does have a trigger and a button that opens the action, so you can actually open it up. They unfortunately did not fix the third-person animation. It still ejects cases from a caseless shotgun. But the fact that they actually fixed it and didn't tell anybody, well, honestly, I think that's actually kind of a cool thing that they did that. But anyway, like I said, this video was supposed to be something totally different, and yeah, well, I just needed to get something out there. So hopefully I will find the heavy gun I'm supposed to be incorporating into this crash course, and yeah, be able to showcase the full Monty. But that's going to happen next time, because for right now, this video is getting a little long in the tooth for what it is. So that's pretty much all I got, at least for now. Like this video, anybody like, subscribe, leave a comment, you know, if you want to maybe stop doing these and focus on something else. I know I should probably just go ahead and get back to cigar reviews, but that's gonna be next week. And then guys, which channel signed for activating to begin? Don't worry about catching that because it's kind of its own little different separate thing. Anywho, that's pretty much all I got for this one. I will see you all